Have you ever wondered why the wisest people often speak the least? Why some people achieve extraordinary success without announcing every step they take? And why those who constantly seek attention rarely seem to find lasting fulfillment? Perhaps intelligence isn't measured by how much you know. Perhaps it's measured by what you choose not to reveal. Throughout history, the people who left the greatest impact understood a simple truth. Not everything valuable should be made public. Abraham Lincoln's life reflected this kind of quiet strength. He faced criticism, setbacks, and enormous responsibility, yet he rarely wasted energy trying to impress everyone around him. Instead, he focused on discipline, patience, and purpose. The lessons in this video are inspired by that mindset. Today, you'll discover 3 things truly intelligent people never share. Not because they are secretive, but because they understand that some things become stronger when they are protected. These 3 habits can change the way people see you. More importantly, they can change the way you see yourself. So stay with me until the end, because the 3rd lesson may be the one that transforms your life the most. Let's begin. Thing number 1. Never share your biggest dreams too early. Every great achievement begins as an invisible idea. Before anyone applauds it, before anyone believes it, it exists only inside your mind. The moment you discover a dream, your first instinct is often to tell someone. You want encouragement. You want people to say, "That's amazing. You'll definitely succeed." But here's what intelligent people understand. Dreams are strongest when they're protected, not when they're announced. Imagine planting a tiny seed. Would you dig it up every morning just to prove it's growing? Of course not. You water it. You protect it. You give it time. Dreams work the same way. The more time you spend talking about your future, the less time you spend building it. Words create excitement. Action creates results. Many people become addicted to talking about success. They describe the business they're going to start, the body they're going to build, the book they're going to write, the life they're going to create. And after talking about it, they feel productive. But nothing has actually changed. Their future is still exactly where it was before the conversation began. Wise people don't chase the feeling of progress. They chase real progress. They understand that every hour spent explaining a dream is an hour that could have been spent making it real. There's another reason intelligent people stay quiet. Not everyone sees the world through your eyes. Some people will doubt you, not because your dream is impossible, but because it would be impossible for them. People often judge your future using the limits of their own imagination. Someone who has never taken a risk may tell you your dream is unrealistic. Someone who fears failure may encourage you to play it safe. Someone who gave up years ago may unknowingly invite you to give up too. It's rarely done out of hatred. Sometimes it's simply a reflection of their own fears. This is why your dream doesn't need everyone's opinion. It needs your commitment. Think about a sculptor standing before a block of stone. While everyone else sees an ordinary rock, the sculptor already sees the masterpiece hidden inside. If he stopped every few minutes to ask strangers what they thought, the sculpture might never exist. Some visions require silence, not because they're weak, but because they're still growing. The strongest confidence isn't loud. It doesn't demand attention. It doesn't constantly seek validation. Quietly goes to work every single day. And one day, the results speak louder than any announcement ever could. So if you're building something meaningful, protect it. Let people misunderstand you for a while. Let them wonder what you're doing, because surprise is far more powerful than explanation. Remember this simple truth. A dream shared too early can lose its strength, but a dream protected with patience can change your entire life. Thing number 2. Never share your deepest wounds with everyone. Not every battle leaves a visible scar. Some of the deepest wounds are the ones no one can see. A broken heart, a painful failure, a betrayal from someone you trusted, the loss of something you worked years to build. These experiences shape us in ways that words often cannot explain. And when we carry pain, it's natural to want someone to understand it. But here's where wisdom makes the difference. Intelligent people don't tell everyone about their pain. Not because they are cold, not because they pretend to be strong, but because they understand that not everyone deserves access to their most vulnerable moments. Think about a priceless piece of glass. When it's cracked, you don't hand it to strangers and ask them to carry it. You protect it until it can be restored. Your heart deserves the same care. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that everyone who listens genuinely cares. Some people listen with compassion. Others listen out of curiosity. And a few listen only so they have something to talk about later. That's why wisdom is not about hiding your emotions. It's about choosing the right people to share them with. There is a difference between asking for help and asking for attention. Help leads to healing. Attention often disappears the moment the conversation ends. Healing begins when you speak with people who have earned your trust through their actions, not just their words. Because trust isn't built in a single conversation. It's built over time. Life will introduce you to people who celebrate your victories, but it will also introduce you to people who quietly enjoy seeing you struggle. Not everyone who asks, "How are you?" is prepared to carry the truth. Some simply expect the easy answer. Others may misunderstand your story because they only hear one chapter. Imagine someone reading just one page of a book and believing they know the entire story. That's what happens when people judge your life based on one difficult season. They don't see the nights you kept going. They don't see the courage it took to stand back up. They only see the moment you stumbled. That's why you don't owe everyone an explanation. Your healing doesn't need public approval. Sometimes, the strongest thing you can do is quietly rebuild your life while the world assumes nothing is changing. Every day you choose growth over bitterness, forgiveness over revenge, hope over despair. You become stronger, not because the pain disappears, but because it no longer controls you. Your scars are not signs of weakness. They are proof that you survived what once seemed impossible. And one day, the pain that almost broke you will become the wisdom that helps someone else. But until that day comes, protect your heart, protect your peace. And remember this, your deepest wounds are not for everyone's eyes. They are lessons meant to shape your character, not invitations for the world's opinions. Because true strength is not found in telling everyone how much you've suffered. True strength is found in quietly becoming the person your suffering taught you to be. Thing number 3. Never share every plan before taking action. Now, let's move to the third and perhaps the most powerful lesson. Thing number 3. Never share every plan before taking action. Have you ever noticed how exciting it feels to tell someone about a big plan? You say, "I'm going to start a business. I'm going to change my life. This year, everything will be different." For a few moments, their excitement becomes your excitement. Their praise feels like progress. But here's the truth. Talking about success is not the same as creating success. Intelligent people understand that every great achievement begins with quiet action, not loud announcements. A seed doesn't announce that it will become a tree. It simply grows, day after day, hidden beneath the soil, without applause, without attention, without permission. Your goals deserve that same kind of patience. The moment you tell everyone your plans, something unusual happens. People begin to form opinions. Some will support you. Some will doubt you. Some will unintentionally fill your mind with questions you never had before. What if it doesn't work? Is this really the right time? Maybe you should wait. Slowly, your confidence begins to depend on other people's reactions instead of your own commitment. And that's dangerous, because dreams built on approval often collapse when approval disappears. Wise people don't wait for permission. They don't need constant encouragement to keep moving. They let discipline become their motivation. Imagine an artist working on a masterpiece. Every single day he adds another brushstroke. The painting isn't complete. It still looks messy. If he invited people to judge it halfway through, many would fail to see the final vision. Some might even tell him to stop. But he keeps painting. Not because everyone believes in him, but because he believes in the work. Your life is no different. You are creating something that the world cannot fully understand until it's finished. That's why patience matters. That's why silence matters. That's why consistency matters. Abraham Lincoln's journey reminds us that real character is built through steady effort, not constant self-promotion. He faced setbacks that would have discouraged many people. Yet he continued working toward his purpose instead of spending his energy convincing everyone that he would succeed. His actions gradually earned trust. His perseverance spoke louder than promises. And that's a lesson that still matters today. In a world where everyone wants to broadcast every step, choose to build. In a world where everyone seeks instant recognition, choose steady progress. Because the strongest statement you can make is not announcing your next move. It's allowing people to notice the results when the work is finally complete. One day people will ask, "How did you do it?" They'll think your success happened overnight. But you'll know the truth. It was built in the quiet mornings, the lonely evenings, the difficult days when nobody believed in you, and the moments when you kept going, even when no one was watching. That's the power of silent preparation. That's the power of disciplined action. And that's why intelligent people don't reveal every plan. They let their finished work tell the story. And ask yourself a simple question. How much of my life have I shared? Simply because I wanted to be understood. We live in a world that encourages us to reveal everything. Our goals, our struggles, our next move, our personal victories. But wisdom has always whispered a different message. Not everything valuable needs an audience. The strongest tree in the forest doesn't grow because people watch it. It grows because its roots continue to deepen, day after day, beneath the surface. Your life should be no different. Protect your dreams until your work speaks louder than your words. Protect your deepest wounds until they become wisdom instead of pain. Protect your plans until your actions make explanations unnecessary. These 3 habits won't make you mysterious. They'll make you focused. They'll make you emotionally stronger. And most importantly, they'll help you build a life based on purpose instead of approval. There will always be people who misunderstand you. Some will question your silence. Others will mistake your patience for weakness. Don't let that disturb you. Because the people who are truly building something meaningful rarely have time to explain themselves. They're too busy becoming the person they promised themselves they would be. Remember this, every hour you spend proving yourself to others is an hour you could have spent improving yourself. Choose improvement. Every argument you refuse to enter protects your peace. Every distraction you ignore strengthens your discipline. Every quiet day of consistent effort brings you one step closer to the life you dream about. Success is not built in one dramatic moment. It is built in hundreds of ordinary days, when no one is clapping, when no one is watching, when no one knows how hard you're working. Those invisible days become visible victories. And when success finally arrives, people will call you lucky. They'll never see the mornings you woke up early, the evenings you kept working after everyone else had stopped, the sacrifices you made when no one believed in you. But that's okay, because your goal was never to impress people. Your goal was to become someone you could respect when you looked in the mirror. That is real success. Not fame, not applause, not attention, but character. Character is what remains when the spotlight disappears. Character is what carries you through failure. Character is what turns ordinary people into unforgettable leaders. Perhaps that is the greatest lesson inspired by Abraham Lincoln's life. Greatness is rarely loud. It is patient. It is disciplined. It is humble. And it is built one decision at a time. So, before you leave today, remember these 3 simple truths. Don't share every dream. Build it. Don't share every wound. Heal it. Don't share every plan. Live it. If you can practice these 3 habits consistently, you won't just change the way people see you. You'll change the person you become. And years from now, when people ask how your life changed, you won't need a long explanation. Your life itself will be the answer. Thank you for watching. If this message gave you a new perspective, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more timeless lessons on wisdom, discipline, and human psychology, and share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Until next time, stay humble, stay disciplined, and let your actions speak louder than your words.